My name is Sandy. I have been living here for 12 years now in Costa Rica, and I'm originally German. Self-employed digital marketer, a yoga teacher, and I'm also the co-founder of Operation Witch Coast, which is my non-profit organization here in Costa Rica. It's an incredible experience, a huge learning curve. Nowadays, I wake up every morning. I know this is my purpose at the current in this lifetime, and it's just everyday excitement, but also learning. Sometimes it's really hard, but of course, people always think environmentalism is a very romantic field, but it really is not. It's a lot of struggle, long hours, passion, wins, and sometimes loss. But yeah, it's a beautiful community as well. So it's what I'm dearly and entirely passionate about. Education, of course, is a really powerful tool as well for us. So from beach cleanups, we have widened and broadened our field into extraordinary campaigning, all related at the current still to ocean conservation. One of the most contaminated beaches, that is, for example, Cuacalillo. Just to give you an idea, we can literally go in every month with 200 people and bring bags and bags and bags and bags of plastic and other materials out of this beach. So it's at least every time minimum like 100 garden bags full of plastic and styrofoam and other materials. So it really depends on what beach you're at and how it's impacted by contamination. But definitely Cuacalillo and every beach close to the Tagalog River on the Pacific side and the river mouth of the Reventazon River on the Caribbean side are highly impacted by pollution. All this trash comes basically from the Central Valley. So basically the problem starts inside of the country. If you would be standing on the Tagalog Bridge and not just look at the crocodiles, you would see the quantity of trash floating by, and that's only on the surface. And so basically that river impacts all the beaches very close by, and even the other side of the Nicoya Gulf. It impacts Montezuma, Santa Teresa, Cabo Blanco, this entire stripe. Okay, I think the first thing we really have to do is very easy, to educate ourselves and educate ourselves about the bare truth that unfortunately Costa Rica has not a very good management of waste. Majority of all the trash goes directly to the landfills, and a very low recycling rate. So even if you do recycling, it's great, but it shouldn't be the only thing we do. A plastic bag can be here on this planet for like 500 years, and that's just not sustainable, right? So there are many things we can do. As easy as I see it in my life. I go to the supermarket, I always bring my reusable bag. I cannot remember when I used or bought last time a juice or anything in a plastic bottle, because I always only use my reusable water bottle. You can actually, so eco bricks are basically just one of those large 2 liter or 3 liters water bottles, or even Coca-Cola bottles. And so all this packaging that cannot be recycled, right? For example, the bags from rice, or your pasta packaging, or your coffee packaging, or the bags from the food from the dog, or any kind of wrappings, right? This is not plastic that necessarily gets recycled, but all of this you can start to put into the bottle. And here in Costa Rica, there are certain companies that you can bring in these bottles, and they will be turning into something different. Also, sometimes it's hard to avoid all the plastic, but this is the other option. And literally, if we would do composting, try to reduce unnecessary single-use plastic, and do the eco bricks, you might end up literally having no more trash to take out. And I'm basically just starting to replace item per item that comes normally in single-use plastic for something for a sustainable version. Actually, you reminded me kindly about it, because yes, I went during, I think, the last December, when the shark water was in Quepos, and so I had the honor to go out and get to see this beautiful big boat. But we were picked up specifically in the boat that you mentioned, and absolutely was beautiful. It was beautiful experience to get in and out, and very luxurious, I must say, right? And absolutely a wonderful experience. Absolutely. Not just because in sense of like fins attached, which of course does focus of course on expeditions and research and investigations out on the ocean, of course needing a boat to get off and down from the larger vessel. But also I think there are so many ways of supporting the amazing work that is done, and I think it's only just going to get bigger when it comes to ocean conservation in Costa Rica, because we are noticing more and more that Costa Rica is, we always say, is more considered green-minded, but not ocean-minded. And imagine only that over 90% of the Costa Rica's territory is ocean, and we don't have as much conservation efforts yet or protection from the government as we do have for the land. And so you can see more and more initiatives wanting to protect the ocean as such, not just the coast, which we do with cleanups. But this year, besides that, I had the honor to go on Fins Attached, which of course is a spectacular organization, cause I also had the chance to go out and learn about a coral restoration program. And of course that wouldn't happen without a boat, right? We have to go out on a boat, and now all of these organizations around the country, there's many of these organizations here in Quepos. We do have as well marine conservation. There's another project up in Papagayo, and of course all of these divers go out in the boat to then plant the corals, right, to restore the corals, because we have lost a significant percentage of our corals in Costa Rica too. And then just about a few weeks ago, I went on another new initiative as well on a boat, which was an ocean cleanup. Yeah, so I'm sure you have heard about the big organization, the international organization, the Ocean Cleanup specifically. So we have never seen something like this in Costa Rica. So I went all the way down to Dominical, and from the Marino Ballena National Park, we left in boats and started to clean up the ocean surface. And so I think boats will be a spectacular tool for all these efforts that are starting to basically emerge, wanting to more and more enhance the protection of our oceans here in Costa Rica. Of course, in social media is always the easiest. We are on this Operation Witch Coast on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course then I'll be launching hopefully by the end of this month our new website. So we will also be putting all this good information on there as well, how to be volunteer, how to become a part of our team, or how to become a sponsor, or even do a corporate cleanup of us. So there are many ways of how to get involved, and we would love to hear from you.